You, your father, and cousin arrive at the edge of Slenderman's border. Zoggo's nowhere to be found. We've got your back, your father says. Got it. You look at him. Let's hope my aim isn't off. You're referring to your tentacle aim. Not like throwing hatchets, like for the tentacles that appear out of your back. Terrible gift your genetics gave you. You sat and waited all day for Zoggo to arrive. Could you have been off? Was today the wrong day? You sat and thought for a moment as Zoggo's scent fills the air around you. Well, hello. 12 long years of you missing has come to an end, hasn't it? Zoggo spoke. You stand up, alarmed by his voice. You haven't changed much. You still smell weak. To you I may, you spoke. I've gotten stronger in ways you'll never think of. His laugh shakes the trees. I don't doubt it. I'm here just to talk, my niece. Nothing more. I have no interest in your power. He walks up, about 20 yards away. Really? I still don't want to drop my guard just yet. You speak. You've been taught well. I'm surprised my brother had a child. You seduced one of my followers and got a child. She's very smart. She's learned well. From you and Slenderman. How's your shoulder? My child hit you good, Offender says. Oh, she hit a deer. Too bad it went to waste. I got close to see who threw it. I'm sorry, I threw you off. I didn't need to eat anyway, you growl. My family taught you well. I'm sorry for your nightmares. I've gotten to see how happy you've been here. My son has shown you happiness. I can't take that away from you. You're safe here. He's acted normal. He cared about you. It seems he wanted you to leave and meet the rest of your family. You seem off. You know, I can read minds. It's true. You being locked up in my mansion wouldn't have been suitable for you. Your mother made many mistakes. One got her killed when you were little. And that was, you ask? Trying to sacrifice you to me. I saved you. Your mother never gave you to me for her freedom. I felt bad. I was depriving you of a mother, but her actions would have been worse. Was she in a cult or something, you ask? Yes. I intervened before a perfect life was lost. Your mother's death was pitiful, anyway. Your mother almost killed you. You don't owe your life to Zoggo, but he did save you. Whoa. Not trying to overload that brain of yours. Just wanted to let you know. He looked away. Why didn't you let me take her then? Your father asked. She wasn't ready. My group wasn't ready. I waited for her to be ready before I left the weakest man outside her bedroom door. She could have easily killed him if she wanted to, Zoggo says. I get that. Not every demon likes humans either. I used to not like it when humans first came around on Earth. Animals are meatier anyway, you say. Just know this. There was never any intention to use you. You'd never be useful to me. You're useful to my son and his people. Don't lose yourself. You're worth more than you think. Just ask your father. Zago, in the blink of an eye, fades away. Great talk. Got a point. I don't know if you wanted to know, but I didn't know of you until he called to tell me. I get why he wanted me to wait, your father says. Great. I get my nightmares now. You speak. You start to walk back, only looking back once to see if he was truly gone. Something wrong? Splendor asks. No. Just checking. You three go back to Slenderman's mansion. Zago far behind. You wake up the next morning, sun shining on your wall. As you sit up and look around, no one's in sight. After you get dressed, you go out into the living room to see Slender sitting, looking puzzled. What's wrong? You ask. Oh, hello. I was just thinking. Thinking about what? You ask. How was it with Zago yesterday evening? He pardoned me? He wished me luck and told me to stay loyal to you? Odd. He also told me he saved me because my mom was going to sacrifice me to him. She was part of a cult that worshipped him. Now, I don't know if I feel bad that she's dead. Wait, your mother's dead? Slenderman asks. Yeah. She and the cult she was in were going to sacrifice me to Zago. Like she wanted to kill her only child to make the man she worshipped stronger. Zago intervened before it was too late. My mother was killed by him. I don't feel bad for her. Well, a sacrifice was made that night. It just wasn't an infant. What? You get sacrifices too, right? No. Zago's a demon. Well, more of a demon than I am. You chuckle. Seems fair. You just eat babies. You walk into the kitchen and see a new microwave. When did you get a new microwave? You ask. While you were out waiting for Zago, I sent Masky to get it. He told me you'd sat down and waited for Zago's arrival. Can I try it out? Or has it been used already? I told everyone to wait until you got back to try it out. You're the first one to use it. You open the fridge, grab leftovers from Wednesday, and heat them in the microwave. As you turn around to grab a fork out of the silverware drawer, you bump into Brian. Hey there. Say something when you turn around, he says. Hey, it's called saying behind when you get close to a person. What's up your ass this morning? Tim walks into the kitchen. Hey, he says. Oh, I see. Brian says. You turn around holding a fork in your hand. Test me, Brian. I swear on my father's life, I will kill you. He looks you up and down, you death-glaring him while holding a fork. Okay. I can't argue with you. You could kill me. You step closer to him, your face inches from his. I can kill you. You get to pick this fork. You look up at him, or my bare hands. Tim gets in between you and him and breaks you two up. Enough. Slender's had a long night, and he has a headache, Tim says. You hear the microwave go off. You step back and try to walk to Brian's right as you go back to the microwave. Brian stops you and tries to apologize. Let go. Slenderman's going to get pissed if I hurt you. So just let go. He lets go. Slenderman stands up and walks into the kitchen doorway. I don't have a headache. I'm over my worry of Zalgo using my niece to harm me. He's just watched her grow up in my home and wishes her well. This doesn't mean he's no longer a threat, Slenderman says. You grab your food and walk back into the living room. As I said, Zalgo isn't a threat to her life anymore. This doesn't mean he doesn't have an effect on her at this moment, Slenderman says. His smell was still in the air when you woke up. I left my window open when I went to sleep. You say. Eventually, you're forced to go back to your room. The living room got too crowded for your liking. Tim followed you back to your room before people saw his true face. Whoa. You see him looking over at the mural on your wall. You like it? It's almost done, you say. Wait, it's not done? He asks. No. I'm going to cover the whole wall with pictures. That's how many people live here. Damn. You started this on Thursday, right? He asked. Yeah. I got that far by the time Slenderman came to talk to me. Yeah. He told all of us your decision. I'm glad, I guess. You wanted to kind of go alone. At least Zago didn't want to fight. You went and grabbed your paint supplies and set them on your table. Do you know where I can find a high enough ladder? I don't want to use my powers while Zago's still around. No. Ask Slenderman for help. And I'll just work on it on the floor. The living room has too many people. I can wait. Do you want help? He asks. Yeah. Do you want yourself to look like you are now, or as Slenderman's proxy? You ask. He looks away from you for a moment. I mean, I stopped being me when I became a proxy. I guess I'll find an old picture of myself. I'll ask Brian the same question. You read my mind. I was going to ask you to ask him. The picture I'm talking about has him in it. The pictures of us from our old life. And our old friends. I'll go ask him now. He goes to the second floor stairs. Walks up and out that door. I feel like it's a personal picture, you say. About 20 minutes later, Tim comes back with Brian. I was told not to show you the picture, Tim says, so Brian and I have dressed close to what we used to look like. The picture is a personal gateway to our past, Brian says. I figured I can show you me when you're ready, I guess. As you set your paintbrushes down. You walk over to the closet and open a box. You dig around for a moment trying to find the picture. Ah, found it. You pull out one of the pictures of you, age 4, sitting on Zalo's lap, your face red due to you being upset about the dress you're being forced into and it being itchy. Why is a child's face red? Brian asked. That's me. I think I'm about 4 years old. Why is your face red? Tim asks. The dress was too big. It took an hour to get me into it, and it was hella itchy. Zalgo got me out of it right after this picture was taken. It was a feeding day as well, and I was antsy and very, very hungry. I wouldn't calm down after he got me out of the dress because I was so stressed from being put in that thing, forced to wait in it, because Zalgo wasn't home when I was first put into the dress. So, his children stressed a 4-year-old out for a picture? Tim asks. Yep, they were told to wait for him. A lot of them got backlash for it too. He had to send his best member to get me food because Zago needed to console me. Wow, Tilla's picture is more traumatic than ours, right, Brian? Tim asks. Ours is a bit better than hers. Not by much, though. Can I get a picture of you two then, so I can refer back to it? I don't want to make you guys stand here while I paint you on my mural. So, stand normally? Brian asks. Stand like you are in the picture you were in before you became a proxy. Unless the pose seems a little too personal. Tim and Brian both look at each other, then look at you. You're lucky Tim and I stood next to each other in the picture, Brian says. I can also take pictures of you two separately if you want, you say.